Good morning, my dear students of class 12th. I'm going to start the chapter Crossing the Bar, poem number 5. So please open your book, The Reverie, chapter number 5, Crossing the Bar. Dear students, crossing, cross the bar. Bar means here the bank of sand, refers to the barrier between life and death. Between life barrier. Bank of sand refers to the barrier between life and death. Or you may say between this world from the next. Written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Here you will see the sunset. Here the word sunset is given in the first stanza, first line. Sunset suggesting of old age or end of life. Here first of all you must know the outline about the poems. Here written by Lord Tennyson when he was 81 years old. At the time he has written this poem. The thought of death made him write a poem. When he thought that he is near to death, so the thought of death made him write a poem which came in a moment. He named the poem Crossing the Bar. The bar is a bank of sand, but here it is used as a symbol of the barrier between life and death. The poet uses the journey motif to express his views about his journey from life to death and beyond. A ship which clears the harbors, crosses the sandbar and puts out to the open sea. When the tide is full, the ship does not find it difficult to cross the bar. Using this image, the poet wants to convey that when he will begin his journey to another world, he will be calm and poised. He will have no cares and anxieties. He hopes that he will enter the new life after death calmly. He does not want any sad farewells. When the darkness of death would descend on him, he would be happy and would not like others to be unhappy. When the poet's ship of life has crossed the bar, that is the boundary between life and death, he hopes to see God face to face. God is his pilot and he has been guiding him in life and he is to guide him through death as well. Tennyson thinks that God is his pilot. Thus, the poem reveals the poet's faith in religion, God, and the life beyond death. It underlines the fact that death is not the end of life, as human soul is immortal. It also tells us the best way to face death, as death only helps us enter the next life. It should be accepted calmly and cheerfully. Here, the poet uses metaphorical language to liken his journey to the next world after death, to the journey by a ship. He compares dying to a ship's crossing the sandy bar. The poet notices that the sun has set and the evening star is visible in the sky. He is about to death. He is about to die. In other words, he finds that he is now old and is free from all the cares and anxieties of life. The evening star is associated with calmness. He listens to the call of death. He hopes that when his ship of life is put to open sea, means the unknown after death, there is no storm, so that his ship is able to cross the sandbar easily. In other words, he wants to die calmly without any cares and anxieties, any worries. A ship sailing from the harbor is helped when the tide is full. In such a time, the ship crosses the sandbar easily into the open unknown sea. The poet wishes that when his journey to the unknown world starts, there should be full tide. He hopes that, but he does not want a noisy or violent sea. In other words, the poet says that when his soul, which has come from infinite space, goes back to its home, his mind should be calm and free from tears and regrets. The poet then associates the approach of death to twilight. The twilight is followed by darkness, a symbol of death. The poet says that when after the old age, death finally comes, he does not want sad farewells, as he would himself be happy at the arrival of his death. He does not want anyone to feel sad at his death. He wants a cheerful exit from this world. The poet then thinks of this world of ours. He feels that this world is subject to the limitations of time and place. However, the world where we go after death is free from such limitations. After death, everything is eternal. So the poet says that when he crosses the boundary between life and death and enters the infinite world, he is hopeful of coming face to face with God, as God is his pilot. He calls God his pilot, as it is he who guides man both through life and death. This was all about the summary and outlines of the poem. The textbook, from the textbook, I will explain the chapter tomorrow. Thank you so much, students.